And my video recording program crashed again. So unfortunately, I did have to reduce the quality. I'm going to see if for now that works, and then I'll have to diagnose and try to figure something else out for more longevity later. It never does this, so let's get started. So take this with a grain of salt. My paladin is 452, so there's not a ton of carrying the NPCs are going to have to do. I am pretty safe, but I'll probably roll something new and maybe bring in like a fresh 60 into some Dragonflight dungeons and see what the NPCs can do with that too. I'm so excited. Okay, so we can make it so they can follow. I guess this is so I can follow. So that's really awesome right away. Better than a real group already. Buffs went out and a table. Awesome. We've got... Let me see if I can turn my class colors on here. There we go. Okay. So we've got myself, of course, druid, hunter, mage, shaman. I don't know if that comp changes. I'm sure it does according to if you're DPS, heals, or tank. But I don't know if they stick to the same composition. Like if you're filling that spot, they make sure it's a good mixed group like this. We'll figure this out.
I welcome Onara's reign.
I'm not going to wait on that, so let's see if they follow.
Suspect the worst. The Tirai, Shikar, and Onir clans must rally to free her and defeat Balakar Khan.
I can spare no hunters for the Kanamatra now. The proto-dragon Granith was nearly in our grasp.
Okay, so they just insta-spawned under my feet. I mean, they're here, so at the end of the day, that's what I'm most concerned with. I'm going to go ahead and pull...
Our purposes can align.
We'll start with this group. This group. And this one. And let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Okay, so I did just do a lay on hands on the healer. She was in trouble. But the group heals are pretty good so far. Oh my gosh. This is wild. I would never do this to a real group. Oh no. Okay, so that was too much. Don't have a battle res up in the NPC group. We'll try to keep these guys alive. So I wonder if they release or they just wait for you to res if you're a class that can.
Watch your step.
Sorry, Krenna, Earth Daughter. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, so her body's here. Right? Okay. Oh, she just insta-reses. Well, that's nice. So they didn't handle that so great. But to be fair, that's a pretty advanced group for NPCs. I'm not ready to give up on them yet. Like, that was a real D-bag kind of pull. Like I said, I would never do that to a group of real human beings, so.
Watch your step.
We'll see. We will see how much it can handle. Still plenty of other questions to answer.
Watch your step.
I do want to know if for this boss, if we even hit the phase, because I don't know what their DPS is like. It doesn't look like Details records that, which is kind of crummy. But I wonder if they'll run and do the mechanics for this fight. I don't even know if normal has the mechanics, but we'll see. An interesting choice for a hero, but the same possibility could happen with a real group. Oh, I didn't know normal dropped 421 gear, unless that's new for this patch. That's pretty cool. Alright. So now knowing that they just kind of insta-spawn on you whenever you get to where you're trying to go, I won't worry about them following me.
Clan Nokhud has used Onara's song to conjure an avatar of the storm. Blasphemy! The storm must be quiet, and the elemental within it defeated, before Clan O'Neill can join the Kanamatra. Their primalist allies have placed totems that protect this raging temple.
These groups are further apart. It's not really a whole lot of madness I'm going to create here. While I do want to test the AI out, I also feel like to a certain degree, I don't want to set it up for complete failure. There's going to be certain things that's just I won't be able to control. Somewhat like being in here with a real group. I mean, I don't want to be in here forever, you know? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, good. I forgot about that group. I really didn't want to pull it if I didn't have to. And I don't. Oh, so they don't mount up, which is kind of disappointing, honestly, because I guess a little bit of a pitfall is there's certain things like pulls that you're not really going to be able to teach people, because I know this format is supposed to be so people can learn dungeons. I know there's certain skips that aren't like really Blizzard sanctioned, so they're obviously not going to teach you using their NPCs how to do certain skips. But also, this dungeon requires that you mount up, so I feel like it would be conducive of a good plan, I guess, to have the NPCs follow you when you mount. Because you're not really getting a realistic depiction of the dungeon otherwise. After this boss fight, I'm going to put it on, let me see, on Dungeon Assistance. I'm going to change that so that the NPC leads me. I'm going to see what happens. Because if the NPC doesn't mount and you're a brand new player, you're really not going to know what to do with this dungeon at all. I've done it a million times, and I completely failed to pull that group. My bad, guys. You guys gonna gather orbs? You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Sorta. We got a couple. Look at our chamois over there. Austin, you're a beast. You're doing mechanics.
Today we use Onara's gifts to free her.
I wonder if the drop rates are different. Oh, that's right. I was going to change the follower. So now I want them to lead the way. So what's going to happen here? Oh. Oh.
Hold your dog.
I had no idea there were flight paths in here. I feel so silly. I had no clue. Alright. So I'm turning follow off because I am not going to use a flight path. I don't have the patience. My ADD can't handle it. So I'm going to just go ahead and lead the way again.
Clan Ukel has allied with Clan Nokhud. Today, they will regret that alliance. They have desecrated the graves of our first ancestors, Tira and Maruk. Destroy these grave robbers and return our ancestors to their graves before they are forced to fight in Balakar's name.
So far, so good, though. I mean, I see interrupts happening. I see a couple of stuns happening. I'm going to see how they navigate this because they're not mounting up. I'm hoping they don't pull everything on the way here. No, they came with. I see them avoiding AoE for the most part. Obeying most mechanics. And although I can't see in details, I'm sure there's a way for me to see what their DPS is. But they appear to be doing pretty well. This isn't a painful run. It is only normal. I hope that eventually they add something for heroic, maybe. Because to be fair, there are some mechanics that just don't really affect you in normal at all, but they definitely do in heroic. I mean, maybe adding it is a little overkill. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so getting a little bit more of the real world experience here with NPCs pulling some ads. That's okay. We can handle it. We got this. And I am probably going to run through as a DPS. I mean, honestly, I would like to run through as every spec to see how the NPCs handle each, but this just seemed like the best one to start off with.
Necromancers? On our sacred grounds?
This you shall kill. With your lives.
Are you gonna get feared? They did get feared, but our healer dispels. Oh, it's always a hunter, right? Just let that run right through him.
Defensive.
Again, interesting use of hero.
Not away from him. Watch your step. Run.
I don't know, guys. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I have become really introverted with my video game playing over the past few years. I used to play so often, and I played with so many different people, and I was a main tank for a long time, so I was always in high demand. And eventually that kind of wore on me, and I stopped enjoying playing with people as much, which is a real shame. But this seems like a nice, fun way to kind of just putz around. Fun way to waste time, honestly. And for new players, this has got to be great. I mean, especially with the new boost that they have. You have a boost with a character that it's raid ready, but some classes are pretty overwhelming if you think about it. I've been playing since 2004, but if I were to start, I don't know, a Windwalker monk, if I started a new Windwalker monk and I had never played one, I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, the player guides are out there and everything, but a brand new player, they don't even know where to look. They're not going to know about Icy Veins. They're not going to know about Wowhead. They're not going to know about Ask Mr. Robot or any of those other resources that we have. Pawn, any kind of add-ons, anything that's on my interface, you know, they're not going to know where to look to figure out how to play the game well. And this is a nice non-aggro way for somebody to learn. Because now I feel much more benevolent and helpful, but I have to admit, when I was a more hardcore player, I was not that nice to new players, and I really regret that. And now I'll try to give a guiding hand to people who are really wanting to learn how to play, but there's not going to be a lot of that. I have also met some really toxic, really brutal people in this game now and then, and it's just a scary place for a new player to be, I'm sure. Probably still wise to kill these. I'm gonna let the cast go off and see if...
Interrupt.
Oh, whoops. Or maybe not. I'll just Avengers shield it instead. I was gonna see if they were gonna interrupt. Or if we end up getting feared and disaster strikes. This land is our land. Oops. They are crushing interrupts. I would be so proud of this team if it were people. I'm proud of it now when it's AI. Look at that. Healer is even cleansing the tank buster. I love it. Oops. Alright, so I wasn't going to make it about this, but honestly,
Balakar's weapon will be broken.
I feel the need to at least say, as a review of these AI groups,
With the ancestor Khan.
this is only my first run, but I feel like Nokhud would probably be a really difficult one for AI to navigate.
Thanks, outsider. Onara now lies.
I need to wait for the NPCs to stop talking.
Balakar's influence. Clan Nokhud may heal.
Okay. So that's cute. So look, Shuja says, good job, everyone. We're done here now. You can leave anytime. So the guidance, pretty good. I imagine the NPCs can bring you around. Like I said, I had no idea there were flight paths, but I feel like Nokhud would be a difficult one for AI to navigate just because of the flight. You're picking up and landing a couple of times. I imagine bugs are possible anywhere, but the AI is good. The fighting's good. They interrupt. They dispel. They buff. They're giving you food and water. The mage, everything. They're using their full utility, which is fantastic. They're following mechanics, so they're going to be teaching new players the right things to do in dungeons. Instead of now, when you go in a group with somebody, especially in normal, let's be real, you're running a normal dungeon and you're basically just trying to keep up with whatever tank is starting there, because everyone now at this point, if they're running normal, they're either with a friend or they're trying to gear up a brand new character. They already know everything they're doing. They're probably doing Mythic 30s at this point. And nobody is interested in teaching anyone anything, and people do not have patience with new players. So follower dungeons, fantastic idea. Way to go, Blizzard. You're doing great. All previous issues aside with the company itself, I still am a huge fan of Blizzard, and I love to see the direction that WoW has been going ever since Dragonflight was released. I'm so incredibly happy to see where it's at. So I hope you liked the video. Thank you for stopping by, and please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.